Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I am making a video using Peddler's Den stamps. Now, I am a design team member for them, and I did get quite a bit of product for them free for demonstrating and creating some ideas with their products. So everything I have, all the stamps and paper that I'm going to show you, I received free. Just letting you know that in advance. Some of the supplies are from my own stash. I'm working today with their designer prehistoric paper sheet set. Now these are some gorgeous papers. You get two different scenes. One more vibrant and one more muted. And I'm going to use this one because I love having all the water in it. Now they were designed to use with their new stamp set. This is their dinosaurs set. And I didn't get the die sets for those, but I'm going to buy those on my own because I want to work with them. But I'm not going to use the dinosaurs for today. I am going to use some other products to make this like a forest scene. And I have already cut it out. My card today is 10 by 7, and I am using cream or ivory colored cardstock. So this is 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch length, folded it, and creased it with my bone folder. Then I have a piece of dark brown cardstock, and I used GinaK's Master Layouts 8 to cut these. But if you don't have that, you don't need it. This is 6 5/8 by 4 5/8, and then I cut out one of these already. I cut out just the portion I needed for the front of my card. So there's still quite a bit. You could do a whole card front with that if you wanted to, or it would be great on a scrapbook page for a kid. But this will measure 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that's what I'm going to work with today. And this is kind of a glossy paper. All right, let me set that aside. And I'm going to be using some bear stamps. I have this black bear, which is a little teeny tiny bear, and then the grizzly bear, which is a much bigger bear. And using them on the same card will be okay because the black bear will be in the distance and kind of look like a baby grizzly. All right, let me get out my stamping platform. Now these are unmounted stamps. So it was Senior Susie Stamps had this idea of using these sticky mats that you use for diamond painting to hold these on. So I'm going to put this, actually I'm going to put it up at the top because let's see, I'm going to line it up at the third line in because I want to put my bear down here. And I want him kind of like he's walking on the beach. I'm going to put him down in the corner. But in order to get him to stick, if you don't have one of these grip mats, you can use just a tape runner like I used to do and just put a strip of tape on the back. But this is really cool. Put that back up there. And that holds your stamp. Now I'm going to stamp the bear in a VersaFine Clear, the color Acorn. And I'm going to be coloring these in, so it's not going to matter that greenish shows through him or whatever color shows through. All right, and I'm just going to clean that one off. And now I want to put the baby bear. Well, it's actually the black bear, but I'm calling it the baby grizzly. And I want him kind of up here on the hill so that the perspective makes it look different. Let's see if I can get that in the right place. I did. And I'm also going to do that in the acorn. Isn't that so cute? If you like making scenes, I can't recommend this company enough. They're amazing. And their designs are just awesome. Now I am going to put, let's see, where is it? I lost a little paper for it, but there's this a little tiny cabin. And I want my cabin to be sitting back up here. And I need to move that. Now I'm going to stamp this in the Versatile Clear Nocturne because I'm going to color this cabin fairly dark so that it's in the shadow almost. And then I'm going to fill in around it so it doesn't look like it's sitting up in the sky. Okay. All right. Now, let's see what I want to use here. Okay, down where this bear is, I'm going to cover up the bear a little bit. Now you could stamp this and cut it out and make a mask. I just want to cover up his back leg, just like that. Because these are spot color nature set. Now I do like these that they are clear. I hope they come out with more clear cling stamps. I just like that so much better. It's easier to see for placement of where you want to put things. Let's get that back down. And I want to put this weed-like thing here. Now, I'm going to color that. These are really old. This is the Ranger Adirondack Earthtone in the color of lettuce, which is kind of a darkish green. Let's get that back down. And I had that on the third line. Now, I haven't used this stamp, so I need to condition it, which means I just rub my finger across it to get off the factory coating. And I'll do that once more because I want that to be nice and dark. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a stencil brush here. I have a little fine pointed one. Yeah. Just take a little bit of that ink and go in with the blending brush and color up under his foot a little bit. All right. All right, now that's all I'm going to use the stamping platform for. The rest I'm going to stamp by hand. Okay, now, where do we have it? There's this is kind of like a rock outcropping. I kind of want that to go sort of under the cabin and along the lines of that. Now, I'm not sure if let me grab a larger acrylic block. There, I have just the longer one. And I'm just going to take this sticky mat and put on it. And pick that up. Now I'm going to use the Memento Desert Sand. And then I'm going to color this in, so I'm hoping that it's not going to look absolutely horrible. There. And then I'll fill that in a little bit with some color. Put the lid back on that one. Clean this off. And I want some of this, where did it go? The little short grasses. Ah, here they are. A little bit more spot color. And I'm going to come in with my small block. And I'm going to use the lettuce again. And I'm just going to like randomly stamp And I'm going to stamp right onto my silicone mat. Stamp it kind of under his feet. Just to fill in. Make it look like he's walking on the shore. And then I'm just going to randomly put some up in here. Just to take my colors and mix them in together. And I'm going to put a little bit up in here in that shore that I created. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Now, I do need to get some grass under my house. And in this, that shore that I did was from the Pond Creek set. And this is also from that. And it's just a little bit of grass. And I only want to use just a very small portion here in the middle. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Maybe if I just stamp it by hand. And I'm going to go in with the lettuce and just go under. And I'm going to add a little bit more. And a little bit more off to the side. All right, and then I'll fill this in with some color. Who knew you didn't even need a stamp platform for this? You could just color it in yourself. I'm going to pick this up. Okay, I'm going to fill in my color in my cabin first. I'm using my Ohuhu alcohol markers, E440 Bronze, and this is going to be dark. And I want to do the chimney, and I'm going to go down alongside the roof where there's like shadows. And then E356 Maroon. It's not really maroon. But I want this cabin to be dark. On this paper, it comes out brown. That's not maroon. The name is very deceiving. I said I'm going to color the whole cabin, including the window, in this color. Because I didn't want the cabin to be the focal point. I want the bears to be the focal point. Now, I'm going to try Matcha Green. Let me see. I'm going to try this. I'm going to use this here. And I'm going to just come along and fill in. I am making my own ocean, not ocean, but a stream bed. Adding to the colors. And then I'll take this off into the woods. Making my own path to make it kind of look like it's up on a hill. Might want to come in a little bit darker. Okay. Now for the bears. Oh, I have some colors and I don't remember what they were for. I'm going to take the piece of paper that I cut my picture out of just to give them a try in here and see. Okay, that's that color. Because the inks look different on whatever you color them on. Okay, that's more of an orangey. So I'm going to take this light color. This is E761 Vigogne. And I'm going to add a little bit of that into the hill. Add just a little bit in. And let's see. I forgot what color was which now. Okay, this is my bear color. Oh, now that's the Vigogne. That's not my bear color. Okay, this is the more orangey one. So now I'm going to come along that hill and just make streaks. And then I'm going to come back in with that stamp when I'm all done. Let's try brown gray, E280 for my bears. And it could have gone black or a dark brown. You can make your bears any color you want. If you like purple bears, make them purple. These stamps are so well detailed that you don't need to do a lot of shading and shadowing. Now I'm going to come back in with that little grass stamp. Oh, actually, I have this sparse grass. Let's try sparse grass. I'm going to add some sparse grass along this hill. I'm going to try it on my sample first to see how it looks. Otherwise, I'll come back in with that grass. I'm just going to stamp it right on there. Oh, I like that. Okay, so we're going to try a little sparse grass. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it off first so it's not so in your face. And then come over here. Stamp it off. Add a little bit of grass. Stamp it off. Add a little bit of grass. And that just adds some nice texture. Now this brown over here is still a little too dark. So I'm going to come back in with the green. And tone it down a little bit and make it blend in. That's one nice thing about alcohol ink markers. You can blend them together. And I'm just going to go along the whole thing and just tone it. Make it softer. Oh, isn't that pretty? How well that came out. The alcohol inks on here still allow for the shine of this glossy paper. Now, no, I don't think I want to add any more grass in. I think that's good for now. So let me put this card together after I clean off my stamps. I'll do that. All right. Okay. I have made a giant mess as usual. Get that paper out of the way. All right. I'm going to glue this down flat to the card. And get the glue to come out. I think this is the same bottle I grabbed yesterday. Yeah, let me try the other bottle. Okay, got that nice and straight. Now I'm going to add this on. And this is why if you're using alcohol inks, you don't want to use it straight on your card. That would show through on the inside because they do bleed through. Right. Okay, now I would normally add a sentiment strip on here. And let's see, I've got these little ones that I have cut out. We could do birthday wishes, but it almost needs a bigger sentiment. I'm going to put you on pause. Let me see what I have. Just a minute. Okay, now I couldn't find any that would go well, but Peddler's Den does have this one. This is T8-745F. And I thought from the fragrance of the forest, we get healing and strength, and that would be fairly nice. They don't have a lot of sentiments yet. That is something they are working on. I am a big sentiment on the front of the card girl. I know a lot of people aren't, especially when they make the A2 size cards, so I think that that's why they don't have a lot yet. But I'm going to stamp this on cream cardstock. I think I have a piece here. Let me grab it real quick. Just have a piece here. I'm going to stamp that on, and then I'll just cut it out. I'm not sure which right side up or upside down, so that's why I'm going to do it this way. And then I'll cut it out separate. And I am going to stamp this in the VersaFine Clear, the Acorn. I think that would be pretty. Oh, that is pretty. All right. All right. Got a little bit of ink where I didn't want. I think I'll stamp that one again. One problem I have with red rubber stamps, the edges sometimes catch ink where you don't want them to, and I did not pay attention to that. I think that looks good. Oh, and hopefully that goes down because I didn't put my sticker on there. And it did. It must have kept the sticky from that dirt mat. All right, that looks better. That was amazing. All right, now I'll just cut this out. Try and get it straight. Because I had to die, it's too small. Okay, well. Definitely not straight. That's better. And this side, I'm just going to cut with scissors. Well, did get that straight. Okay. And I think I'll pop that up right there. It needs a little something more, though. Let me let me get a piece of that brown. Hold on. I'm going to add a shadow to it. This is what I have left over, and I can see that that end is definitely not straight once I put another piece of paper behind it. And I wanted to give this a generous border. So let me see. Well, sorry about that. We had a power outage. My computer stayed on and the audio was recording, but the camera went off. It's back on now. All right. One thing about living in the country, its power goes out quite a bit. I do like that better with the border on it now. Okay. And the wrong glue. And that. Now I'm going to pop this up. So I'll put the lid back on my glue bottles. And I'm going to pop this up with some foam strips that I have. I'm just going to grab 3 of them at once. These are very narrow strips. And I'm just going to take 3 of them. Use whatever you have. And I want to add a little bit. I see that that was a little high. Trim that down just a smidge. Now it needs to have a little sparkle. I mean, it's got some shininess to it, but I want to add some stickles. I think I want to add some, where's the unicorn? Unicorn kind of has a gold sheen to it. I'm going to try it on that scrap of paper first to see how it looks. Oh, that'll be very pretty. All right, so I'm going to add it along the ridge that I created so that it looks like the sun is shining down on that hill. See if you can see the sparkle. And I'm going to take the fat bristle brush and just spread it out over here. Just a little bit. And then, you know, it doesn't need much more than that. I'm going to get some gold pearls. Pardon me, just a minute. Sorry for that. I'm just going to put some gold pearls on here, I think. I'm just going to put some along the bottom. I think these medium-sized pearls. Well, if I can get it off my finger. That one's going to need some glue, so. See how that looks. I need to adjust the placement of some. Okay, that's my card for today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have not checked out Peddler's Den stamps, I really recommend them. If you like making scenes or cards that are different, it's a great company. Thanks for watching. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you later.